everybody, welcome back to the Gym. A great day. Well, today we're doing something very interesting. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but when you buy a high-end, like exotic vehicle or just something really fast, sometimes the maintenance costs can be super high when it comes to going to the dealership. If you go from like a Ford Mustang or a Ford Focus into, let's say, a Bugatti Veyron, your oil change price goes from, let's say, $100 to $30,000. And you may be wondering, well, how can an oil change cost that much money? The tasks are fundamentally the same or very similar. Well, depending on the kind of vehicle, the process can change drastically. So for the Bugatti, they've got to do a lot of disassembly to do that oil change. Coming into a more affordable high-end supercar like the McLaren right here, an oil change, I'm told, is $1,000. $1,000 for an oil change. I've always done oil changes myself with the CA Corvette, the Shelbys, all of them. It's just such a straightforward task, right? Just remove the drain plug, drain the oil out, and put new oil in. $1,000 though. How could that cost that much money? The parts alone for the oil canisters, it's got to be maybe close to $100. Guess how much money an oil filter costs for the CA Corvette? $5. $5. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm headed to FSE LA right now, my personal shop where I get a lot of my work done for my cars. And I want to see what actually goes into this $1,000 oil change. Okay, this is it. So the car is getting all staged right now, ready for some oil change. The car is all ready to be lifted up. Looking forward to this because I'm told by the dealership that there's multiple drain plugs, and that's why it costs so much money. Here we go, it's being lifted up. They took off the engine cover, which is a very straightforward task, it seemed like. Look at these blades in the back. I cannot get over these diffuser blades. They look so mean. The airflow with this car is incredible. You can see the entire transmission, the engine's way from the bottom. It's crazy because when you look at it, you can see how low everything actually sits in the back of this car. Elite Finish fully PPF'd these side blades, so it is protected by S-Tech PPF film, and then Elite Finish did the job. And phenomenal people though. Is the process pretty straightforward, you think?
Yes.
That's cool. I heard there's multiple drain plugs, right? Like 4 of them. 3 of them? This whole setup right here, this is so crazy thing. And it's pretty light, it seems like, too. It's completely see-through in the middle with the meshing, so a lot of heat extraction going on. And it's funny because the exhaust tailpipes are actually connected to this entire deck lid in the back. So unscrewing these, and this entire huge, engine cover comes right off. That is so crazy. Pretty much all set?
We'll have one more.
Gotcha. And we check this out. So doing a complete wrap on the Mustang GT4. As you can see, they're going after a dark gray color. Actually, I believe they're going after the exact livery of the GT4 race car that Ford raced. And as you can tell, it's come together really well right now. And I think with all the logos on it as well, once it's completely finished, it's gonna look like a proper race car. That's a really cool thing about wrapping a car. It's that you're also protecting the original paint on the car, even though, well, this was an actual factory race car. It's been through a lot. However, putting on this brand new wrap, it's gonna look brand new again almost. When you buy a high-end exotic supercar like that, you got to keep in mind of how other people, companies might treat you because they perceive you in a certain way. I think the reason why the oil change costs so much with a McLaren dealership is maybe because they know that the owners and buyers of these cars have enough money to buy a car. They're not going to think twice about a $1,000 oil change. Okay, so the car is back down on the ground and seeing the entire engine. It is so crazy, this point of view. You can see the top exit exhaust. How many quarts of oil does this car use? Really? Shoot, about 6.5 quarts of oil. That's about half the amount by a GT500 tuck, but that car has a 5.2 liter versus a 3.5 liter for the McLaren. Both engines are V8s again. However, this one is just twin turbocharged. Everything is down low. Wow. Seems kind of hard to reach though, doesn't it?
It's okay. Not that hard.
I got you. That's cool. So I think that's it, right, Jonathan? We're all set?
Yep,
Oil change
it's
is
all set.
complete. It is interesting because getting this car, you know, like you've worked on at the McLaren dealership, they were charging some crazy price just for an oil change. And I'm like, come on, you gotta, it doesn't seem like that should cost $1,000 to do an oil change.
$1,000?
$1,000. It kind of reminds me like the Bugatti Veyron, which is like, what, 30K? But if you find the right shop, which is why you guys hit up FSC, they'll hook you up on this one.
Yeah, we use the same filter from dealer and
Yep.
the best oil for your car. So your car is good right now.
One other thing though, guys, is that since the car has brand new oil put inside, I want to show you the process of checking the oil level with the McLaren, because it's a very interesting thing, isn't it? It's a digital dipstick, you can say, in the front dash. Mind if you turn it on? It's really cool. And not many cars. I've never had a car that does this before until now. I can do it, yeah, for sure. Okay, so it's counting, as you can see. Right now it says 26, then 25. Oil temperature is at 159. It's in the green, so we should be all set. Then after once it's done counting, to the left you've got the dipstick right there, fully electronic. So it is a really cool process, but again, it's got to dry some system, right? So here we go. And then we're good. Okay, man.
Okay.
We are all set. Alrighty, so the oil change is now finished for the 600 LT. Is right in front of us. Status update on the Ford Mustang GT4 race car and the racing livery, the design. It's coming together very nicely, and they're making so much progress. You got to check this out. Is that wing pretty light?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Consider the size is very light.
Awesome work, man. It's coming together very nicely. It looks sick. And as you can see, we got the entire front bumper off the Ford Mustang GT4, and then that's what's behind it. Look at those brake ducts right there. That is such a crazy looking setup. I mean, this entire engine too. This is a Roush Yates 5.2 liter. So it's similar to the GT350's Voodoo, that being with displacement, but again, does not have a flat plane crank. Total horsepower output is 450, and that is homologated, or aka regulated. And the cooling, everything is set up for this car to run for hours on end in an actual sanctioned race. So coming in front of us, putting on this official racing color scheme that Ford has used, it's going to come together very nicely already. I think it looks more aggressive than the normal. I think it's called Oxford White for the GT350s and etc. This just looks angry. It completely matches the carbon fiber matte vents. This entire car, again, weighs just 3,400 pounds. So it is hundreds of pounds lighter than the GT350. Okay, this is it. We have made it back to FSC. The car is jacked up on the side. We're doing the complete tire change right now, putting on brand new Supercar 3Rs. Here we have it, my old set of 3Rs that technically weren't even mine to begin with. These were a Williams. He owns another orange 600 LT. They hooked really well. So now that we've reached the end of the life of these tires, it's time to get new ones. And I think the level of grip, the difference we're going to see is going to be so substantial. I can't wait. And here we have the brand new R compounds for the back of the 600 LT 305s. Originally, this car comes with 285s, which in my opinion, they're kind of too skinny for the amount of horsepower the car has and puts down to the ground. It's 592 is what it's rated at, but the acceleration-wise, it feels just as fast, if not faster, than the 500 trackback I had, and that car had 760 horsepower. And I think a lot of it has to do with the lightweight attributes of the 600 LT. So with this tire right here, brand new R compound again, and you just looking at it, though, you can tell how there's not that many tread areas built for rain. So during a rainy day, it could be a bit sketchy sometimes. Regardless, I am excited to put this on the car because it's going to be the first time having brand new R compounds on R600. Is this a Hunter Revolution auto tire changer? It's like a full robot that does everything, so it kind of takes out a lot of the issues you can have here and there. That is so cool. This is the same exact system I used for my GT500 track pack, and it had the carbon fiber exposed wheels. And the best part about it is that you can really trust the system because so much of it is automated that you don't really have that error, that margin of error that you would have with like a normal tire change shop. That is why Ford, they recommend when you buy a GT500 track pack or an R that you find a shop that has one of these Revolution tire changers because, again, reduces a lot of that error that can happen. So if you have carbon fiber wheels, this is the exact tire system I would recommend to change your tires on. As you can see, there's a brand new strut we got from McLaren, and I'm excited because I've never tried it out on track before. So this whole right side was leaking, and when I heard about it, I was just in shock. But last week, we got it to the McLaren dealership, and they finished it off just before the weekend. So everything when it comes to the struts, they're all looking great. And you know what? Joe's here again. He was here yesterday getting your alignment all checked out, right?
Yep.
How's it looking? You have track alignment now?
Got my proper track alignment going on the car, finally. Got it all set up. Got the rear axle fixed. Got my double layer of clear plex on my
Yeah, I saw what happened to your windshield.
I know, so that's all now fully protected.
Well, that's awesome.
We've got some fun stuff coming up.
100%, yep. Vegas this weekend, a lot of Mustang and Shelby events going down. And yes, even though I don't have a Shelby of my own anymore, I'm still a hardcore Shelby fan and everything. So I'm excited to be joining Joe. Yep. It's going to be so much fun, I think.
There's going to be, I don't know, hundreds of Shelbys out there in Vegas, so it's going to be fun.
I think we're taking over the strip too,
We're
right?
taking over the strip. We're going to cruise the strip, which is going to be ridiculous.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're driving out, Friday morning, and then coming back Saturday, and then prepping for a really cool track day on Tuesday.
Well, one thing's for certain, though, looking at your car, you're going to have the most unique carbon fiber track pack because, I mean, you have really found a way to customize it with all the carbon fiber, with the hood vents, also the side splitter wickers, and the front bumper in the middle. Are you going to carbon fiber right here where what are these lamps called?
If it becomes available, I think they're called little weird black plastic pieces.
That would be cool, though. Carbon going all the way up right here. Yeah. It's funny because when this car was first coming out, I thought this was going to be like some airflow right here, but nonetheless, it looks really cool.
Yeah, there's a little kind of like Civic Type R issue going on here where it's like a little fake vent.
You've got tires I've never seen on a GT500 before. The Trofeo R's?
Trofeo R's.
Oh, how are these going to handle, do you think?
I have no idea, but from what I hear, they're going to be pretty damn good. I mean, they're way stickier than the Cup 2.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm just excited to get this thing on the track and see if I can get some digits off my lap times.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see, since you've tracked this car so much with Cup 2s, the difference with these tires. And also, it's going to make the whole car feel different, too, the balance with it, I think. And then one other thing, though, I want to get your opinion on. So I know that you've got the same GT4 mounts for the rear wing out in the back that raise the rear wing higher up into the clean air for more downforce. But down there, have you seen that GT4 yet?
I have, and I salivate over it every time I see it.
You gotta drive one. It's crazy.
I'm hoping that the boys here let me drive this car on Tuesday, and I'm pretty damn excited about that. I need this on my car.
But yep, Joe, you're right. The arms, they look almost basically identical to your car in the back. The wing is just as high up. That is so cool. The only main difference I'm noticing is that the end plate's right here. It's kind of like a rectangle versus like the curvature that yours has.
Yeah, I guess with mine, I don't know. And the strange thing is, these are adjustable as well. So I guess how these end plates are adjusted affects airflow as well in some respect.
That's really cool.
I notice they don't have any nice little padding between the
because
these are billet mount.
You see this right here? This is where you unlock the trunk too. I won't take too much of your time. I know you gotta head out, but one cool thing though, if you go to the track together with Alan and his GT4 and you and your track pack, we gotta get your car and his out on track at the same time to see how many seconds faster this car really is, or how close that gap truthfully is. Because we have way more horsepower, bigger brakes, but this is light. It's got tons more downforce, so I don't know.
Are we comparing cars or driver?
Yeah.
You're just trying to embarrass me now, aren't you? You're like, you know I'm not that good a driver, come on. Actually, what would be better is if we just swapped keys and I drove this and he drove the GT500. I think that would be the fairest thing to do.
100%. I'll catch you Friday because I'm excited to hang out with all the Shelbys out there in Vegas. Okay, this is it. We have left FSC, and unfortunately, it seems like, yep, those are rain clouds, I think. Oh no, the car just got perfectly clean by a lead finish, but unfortunately, it seems like it's gonna be getting dirty all over again. Good thing we've got the new R compounds. However, though, these are R compounds, right? And this is gonna be a wet road I'm driving on. So it's not gonna have the same traction that you would have with non-R compounds like PS4s, P0s from Pirelli. Totally different because the focus of these tires are dry lap time performance. Also, I do want to mention, if you have any car and you want to get it set up for the racetrack, or if you have like a Shelby GT4 with a track pack and you want to get carbon fiber wheels changed, make sure to reach out to FSE LA because they got you covered. And also, don't forget to mention discount code SpeedPhenom because they'll really hook you up with an awesome discount. I would be recommending them to all of you if I didn't trust them. And as you can see, they're doing all the work on our McLaren. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button to help me out. Also, subscribe for much more great videos coming your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.